Hello and welcome to a Ramble, one of my little Ramble series I think I'm going to start making. I made the bank video at the beginning of the year. I want to start doing, I don't know, like once a month updates on my account. Little things that I have that I think about certain, let's say bosses or certain things that are happening in the game that I think should be addressed or talked about, or I don't know, just a little bit of what's been happening. Yeah, obviously, I haven't really done much. Well, I mean, I've done a lot this last month, but so yeah. So first things first is I've been stacking clues. Well, I've been doing next, and I got the pet. We'll show you the collection log in a second. But I'm gonna start stacking every clue I get from every, let's say, boss or I don't know, just places. I'm gonna do a big opening eventually throughout the year. I don't know when it'll be, but I think it'll be interesting to, I don't know, do a, how you say, I don't know, a big opening, then do a bunch of master clues, blah, blah. I'm also waiting for Pulse 76 to come out so I can open the elites, but other than that, those are what'll stay. So, next. Oof. It has been a bumpy ride. So it came out on January 5th, and originally it came out with a 1 in 43 drop rate, basically on any unique. So, I mean, I was taking down every drop I got. Well, not I got, but every time a team received a drop, because that's what we, as the community, I think, assessed that that's what it would be, and it would look like it was even less. Like I was thinking 1 in 36 to 38 is what I was assuming that it was going to be, but when they ended up changing it, I think a week into it, they ended up noticing it was, or they ended up saying it was 1 in 43, and they changed to 1 in 53. When they did the change to 1 in 53, it seemed like it was, whew, like 1 in 80. I went a couple long dry streaks doing it, so we'll show you the KC right here real quick. We are at 2,500 KC, which puts me, I don't know, what's that? So yeah, so that's rank 55, and yeah. Other than that, though, I think I've done about. I think I did 1,500 masses. The first week I did like 1,200. I was just blazing through it. And then I went to small man teams from about 1,500 to 2,500, right? So I've done about, let's say, a mix of maybe it's around 1,700 uh, small or masses ish. I think after they came out with the instances, the mass worlds were only about 22, so it wasn't the 60 that we were doing or the 80 when it first came out. But so yeah, we'll show you the collection log to see what I have from here, and it's underwhelming to say the least. I got the pet at like 1,400 KC. I got VAMs on the third day at 649, I think it was. No, 614, sorry. I got the VAMs at 614, and I also got them again at 2424. So I went a huge dry streak where I was seeing nothing. During my small bands, I seen 19 total next drops and 0 in my name. So uh, it's been semi rough. It was nice. I did some split teams, so I got a bunch of money on my alt, which could be nice for the future. I don't know, but only having two VAMs, even though single item, it's probably the best if you're not doing next. Obviously, the horn is the best if you're doing next. But yeah, so the two VAMs are very underwhelming for that KC, I guess you could say. I know people who are basically already done minus the hilt at sub 1,200 KC, so and a bunch of other people that have done well. So yeah, that's really the only gear upgrades to the loot tab or the gear tab here, which is pretty good. It's the best in slot. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that I got them. Second one, not so happy. Saw it was like, eh. But yeah, so I've been doing basically next. I did Fosani's until next came out. I got another egg, so now let me see. I now have the dozen eggs, which is interesting. It's something I joked about when it first came out that I would have a dozen eggs before I was done, and I do. Um, Goals for this month that I will be returning to Nightmare to go back for Blade Skirt and Mace. Basically, the problem with small man teams, even though I have all the supplies for it, is small man teams, they're not hard to find anymore. There's a couple CCs. OSRS here, let me see. I'll show you if you're interested in joining. It's OSRS Next FFA. Join it. It's pretty good. You just get in there. People are going all the time, shuffling out, cycling. So it's really good. Um, so it hasn't. It was hard there for a little bit until I found the CC. Which then it just runs constantly, so you can just keep the kills up. But basically, the supply drain usage. So you use probably anywhere from 3 to 4-ish brews in one restore if you're not running the 4-man teams. Where you do 1 kill and you leave, 1 kill and you leave. If you have a bunch of stored essence from doing next. But yeah, it's just if you're doing, let's say you're doing a 6-man, you want to stay 3 kills, you're probably gonna end up using 8 to 9 brews and 5 restores, and a sand few probably if that's what you're bringing. If you're doing rapier, like rapier melee, and then you're using T-bow or ACB, depending on. I think in the future, between this Ramble and the next one, I might come out with a little guide. Not a guide really, but just a. I've been thinking about doing like a little quick introduction to Nex and different gear setups for. Hey, if you're low level, this is what you can get away with in a mass. This is what you would want to get, minimal in a small man team. This is what really good max team gear looks like. And of course, if I had Torva, I could be able to use that as well. But I don't, so it's something I'll get in the future. I think I'm putting Nex on hold for now. I'm not going to go back there for a while, in my opinion. I'm just going to leave it and try to finish Fosanis and start dabbling in Corp, because I haven't really done much Corp Beast. But I really want to start working on doing Corp and Fosanis over Nex. Nex is fun, but I think I'm going to wait for my friends to get off playing League, since I didn't get. I mean, I thought it was. I'm not thinking I would spoon, but I did have much kills. I saw my luck. I'll go back in the future and see how it goes. So I just think that next small man teams, unless you have a bunch of banked supplies, it gets sort of annoying. Since I mean, I made a bunch. If you remember, look at the bank video. I had like none of these potions, so I've made some potions to be able to do range and melee, but over time it starts to go. If you want to see, I'll show you a little picture in a sec here. Let me pull it up. Let's see, pulls it up here. Let's see. Well, does it even look right? Let's see. Let me pull it up big. Okay, so if you look here, it's kind of my drops for the month. So you have your next here. You have, I don't know, a bunch of keys. Here's like a little loot description of it. I usually make one of these every month for major things that I've done in the month, just to keep track. You have all the spiritual mages that you have to kill when you go in. I'm only missing gloves from the full ceremonial set, which is cool. But I was doing birdhouse runs, and I was doing a bunch of contracts for future, just in case, because as I'm seeing that I'm going to be needing to use a bunch of supplies here, and just overall in the future, I was thinking that it's something that I need to work on for future reference. So here, I'll give you a little representation of, a little mix of what supplies I used as well. So if you look at the supplies, we're zoom in. So if you look there, that's over 2K brews. And I don't know, what's that? 1.5K prayer potions. You have 1.5K superstore, something like that. Use a bunch of super combats, a bunch of range potions, just a lot of potions and food in general. Bolts as well. So I was only using rune arrows when I was using T-bow. But 3.7K dragon bolts can go fast. I didn't check if I actually got those returned, but yeah. Then I also was farming a bunch of seeds, so that's all Snapdragon seeds. So I was farming to keep up. I'm trying to get ahead of the game here with my stuff, but yeah. So next is something that I think I did enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed doing the content, and I really enjoyed doing it, but it's just not feasible for me right now to be able to sit there day after day after day and have this kind of luck. I mean, it could turn around. I have pets, so it's kind of cool. I can run around with them. But I'm going to be moving to do Fosanis and Corp, because I think it'll be a different change up. I need a little bit of change up. I did a month of this, and it went the way it went. So overall, Nex is probably 7 out of 10 content. It was probably 9 out of 10 content before they changed. They changed 2 big changes. Was they reduced the supply drops that you got originally, because people were just basically going in with prayer potions and food and coming out with a full thing of superstores and brews. So you didn't even need you could bank Brews and Restores and get an XKC. So they reduced that on like one of the earlier days. And they also increased the drop rate, nerfed it basically. So yeah, they did do a good thing. They did instances, which is amazing. I'm glad they did. And also reduced the size from 80. I mean, the boss probably isn't designed to be doing 80. But yeah, so we are, just a little ramble. Goals this month to keep up my farming. I want to go show you I had like 700 snaps when I started last month, right? So I have 155 in here and 23 in here. So I'm going to have all these done and then just have earts left. I don't know if I'll do a bunch of earts, but I want to make sure all these are farmed and done by the end of this month. Also going to try to get to, let's see. Let's go over here so I can just mess around. So we're going to try to get to 3,000 Fosanis, and we're going to try to get to 500 corpse. So those are the two things I'm going to be working on. Either do one day, one the next day, or I'll be doing, both in the same day, 10, 15 kills, 10, 15 kills, just to get back into the swing of things of doing Fosanis until I get back to wanting to do it. Good thing about doing next is I didn't really use very many runes, so I have some banked death runes, which is good for the trident. So we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna do a farm right now. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you have any questions or recommendations for a ramble or any advice you have for the videos, let me know. Hit me with a comment. Subscribe if you like the content. Have a great day. Peace.